Good morning, friends and fellow traders. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, coming to you with a morning market preparation video for May 18th, 2018. Well, happy Friday, everyone. I'm assuming a lot of folks are like me, kind of thinking about the weekend ahead, and hopefully you have some really great plans for your week ahead. Let's take a look at what the market is showing us today. We try to take a look at these charts without any bias, without trying to pick apply our bias to the indexes. And what we're trying to do is prepare for the day here with this video. And looking at this chart right here in the diamonds, you can see that we're just kind of slipping into a little bit of a consolidation. And I want you to notice that that is really matched over here, and it's not a bad thing. Consolidations can be a very, very good thing. It can give us that launching point, that launch pad to move higher, or that place where we fail from, and both are very tradable. And as you can see, this range right here, we're just kind of tightening up this range, at least in the diamonds we are. And we're really stuck. Something I mentioned earlier this week, here we are between resistance high, and a support level, but we're holding this trend, and that is a good thing. So let's kind of keep that in mind. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see kind of some two-sided price action today. The futures right now are pointing to a higher open, but as you can see, those futures are not pushing us out of this range. We're going to stay in this range at least for the open. We'll have to see if the bulls or bears can get any inspiration out of the news today. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that. We're heading into a weekend. I think the bulls and bears are pretty much in agreement where we should be at the moment. And we could see some two-sided price action today. That's not a prediction. It's just what could occur, you know. And again, it's not a bad thing to see that kind of thing happen. If we look at the SPY, a little bit more bullishness here in the SPY. But you know, we've kind of got the same situation. We're holding above our downtrend line. We're looking at a resistance level here that's holding the market lower, and we're above price support. So we're just kind of stuck in that range. Again, bulls and bears somewhat in agreement here, at least at the moment. And it doesn't look like the market's going to get any big, or the SPY is going to get any kind of a big move this morning on the open, even though it is going to gap up maybe just slightly. Taking a look at the Qs, Q is very similar situation, trapped between two levels, support and resistance kind of doing their job here. You can see we have this major level of resistance, and supports through here have been holding, and everything looks good. Again, we're holding above our trend line. All is well. We're just looking for inspiration to move one way or the other. Now, keep in mind, I kind of like consolidations as long as the momentum of the market is maintained. When the market is kind of in a consolidation, there's still good charts out there moving, and they're moving with their own momentum. And if you're a good stock picker, if you're focusing on those good trending charts, there's money to be made in a consolidating market. So don't fear a consolidating market. Just work a little harder to find those good stocks, because they are out there. Lots of good stocks, as a matter of fact, lots of good charts. Let's take a look at IWM. Now, IWM, my goodness. IWM has been the leader. And it's almost, you know, IWM last year just lagged, and now all of a sudden it's become the market leader. And you can see it's moving on up here, following this nice little trend, this nice little wedge. We broke out of the downtrend here, held support very nicely. We moved through, pulled back, moved on up. And it looks like this morning we're actually going to see a little bit of a gap up open on IWM. So that follow through, breaking through that resistance and following through on that is playing out well and looks good. Now it's going to be important that when we do get a pullback, that we're able to hold this area for support, and we see buyers stepping in. If we were to move through and then just fail all the way back down, breaking supports, that could actually strengthen this resistance level. So we don't want to see that occur. We want to see those bulls hold that as support and let IWM become the market leader. Let's take a quick look at the VIX. The VIX just kind of camping out here. It's been, had a little volatility in the last few days here in it, but nothing major. And as you can see, I've got all these lines drawn on it. This is a really long-term downtrend that had been established over quite a period of time in the VIX. And you can see right now we're just kind of camping out above that. There's a little bit of price support right there. We have the price resistance of the downtrend, and we also have that resistance level there. And if we were to look at a moving average chart, you can see that we're just underneath that 200-day moving average, utilizing that as a little bit of resistance as well. So nothing major going on here in the VIX that we, at least at this point, need to be concerned about. Let's take a look at T21-22, our 4-week new high, new low ratio. As you can see here, in our ratio, we've got had a nice little rally yesterday in this move, and we still have plenty of room to the upside for the potential of moving us higher before we reach that bearish reversal. And of course, we do have plenty of room to the downside. Let's say, for example, the bears decide to really start taking some profits today before the end of the day. We could see, that range extend to the downside a little bit. But at least at this point, there's nothing to indicate that we would be moving sharply lower on any profit taking, but that could certainly happen if they find some kind of inspiration today to do so. So there is room to go both directions here, and that's the good thing. We certainly have kind of an equal potential that the bulls could take us higher, the bears could take us a little bit lower, and maybe that two-sidedness in the market continues. Let's take a peek at our economic calendar. Our economic calendar, not much going on here today. It's going to be really hard for the market to find any inspiration in this. We have 3 Fed speakers today and the Baker Hughes rig count. Nothing there that would be expected to move the market. And in the earnings calendar, a second quarter earnings wind down, we only have 8 companies reporting earnings today. However, 2 of those could be earnings reports that could move the market. We have John Deere reporting this morning, and it doesn't look like John Deere has reported today. If it has, we haven't got much reaction in it, so we're waiting on John Deere, and of course that could move the Dow around a little bit. If we look at Campbell's Soup here. Campbell's Soup looks like they have reported. These are the 2 majors today, and obviously Campbell's must have missed something badly, indicated to open sharply lower here as this continues its downtrend. So we can expect a little bit of pullback in the market as a result of that. With that, folks, there's not much to talk about today. We just kind of have a market that's pretty satisfied with where it is, and I'm looking for inspiration. Don't be at all surprised to see two-sided price action today, and don't be at all surprised to see, a little bit of just light light price action as we head into a summer weekend. Fairly typical for the market to kind of calm down a little bit over the summer. Volumes drop out a little bit. Folks escaping for early weekends, and the traders escaping for early weekends, I should say, and volumes kind of shrinking a little bit. You know, the old saying, "Sell in May and stay away." So far, that hasn't played out here. We've been in a bullish move, but we can see a little bit lighter price action during the summer, and particularly heading into a weekend. So with that, everyone, I want to wish you all a fantastic day. I want to wish you all a great weekend. And if this is the first time you've seen these videos, please do me a favor. Click that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow me button on Facebook. Click those thumbs up buttons. Those help me a lot. And please always feel free. If you think the video is worthy, drop me a comment. I do try to answer those as often as I can. And also, feel free to share this with any friends or family that you might think could benefit from this information. Everyone, I want to wish you all a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you right back here bright and early Monday morning. Take care, everyone.